wrecking ball. Drop $1,000 on the bar when I said hello. They don't make them like me anymore. Getting dirty with my boys on the bourbon floor. About to put the town on lockdown. Another Friday night with the lights out. They don't make them like me anymore. Getting dirty with my boys on the bourbon floor. Yeah, bourbon legends never die. From the backwoods to the big time. Sipping on my drink like it's holy water. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor. With a little bit of my boys on the bourbon floor.
Oh, there we are. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Bourbon Legends. It's T and Marty here, and we got our Bourbon Legend attire. This is our, well, it's kind of our second live, but our first official live with the Bourbon Legends. And we're going to be bringing on some real Bourbon Legends here in just a moment. But, Marty, why are we on tonight? What's special about tonight?
It's nice Wednesday. It's a store pick night.
Theme night at the Bourbon Legend. Look, if you're looking for a place to hang out and talk about whiskey, talk about other people, talk with other people that love whiskey, talk about people willing to share whiskey. That's my favorite part of the whole thing is sharing whiskey. People that share whiskey, you're at the right place because the Bourbon Legends is it. Marty, what do you drinking tonight? What did you pick to be your store pick tonight?
I picked a Cheers store pick of Maker's Mark.
A Maker's Mark store pick? Why'd you pick that one, Marty?
Well, I kind of like it, and this is almost empty. I figured we might knock it on out.
You gonna share it with me?
Sure.
Well, let's do it. All right, Mark, let's give him some tasting notes on this one. See what we got here. We have some guys backstage we're gonna bring on here in a minute and to actually turn the stage over to them. Whoa. So this is a Maker's Mark Cheers from Cheers. That's a heck of a pour you gave me, buddy. What you get on the nose there, Marty? And guys, if you follow, there's a link in this video that'll take you to the Bourbon Legends Discord, although I think we do have some technical difficulties. Apparently with the Discord, we'll work those out later. What's your tasting notes on that, Marty? A little mocha, a little bit, caramel.
A little chocolate. Really sweet. Some of these I like, some of them I don't.
That is really sweet.
This one was a real good one.
That's a really good one. It is really good. Tom Black did say Black Stage reminds him of a strip club. Boy, you ain't lying, Tom Black. All right, I'm gonna share mine, and I'll share it with Marty as well. I got one of the big boys I pulled out. This is my Buster's Stag store pick hazmat coming in at 141.6 proof. Man,
woo.
So the reason this was like maybe the second or third stag I ever got. Got it out, just happened to ask, and they had it in the back. Normally, they don't let us do that. But they pulled it out for me, and I got to say, it's a little different than most stags. Martin, you want some of this?
No, I'll finish this. I'll try it in a minute.
We'll talk about the flavor profile we got going on here, the nose. Typical stag nose. Got some cherry on it, quite a bit of cherry. That's that cherry bomb right there.
I'm getting more and more chocolate on that.
Well, this thing's better than I remember. Especially coming in at 141 proof. Yeah, that's a good one. That Stag single barrel out of Buster's is pretty stinking good. And for 141 per, that was my warm up pour literally like 2 minutes ago, and I'm already into the hazmat. Okay, it looks like I was ready to bring someone up. Let me see if I can. Tell you what, we're gonna go with Roger Randall's in the back. Give me a thumbs up. All right, Craig's ready. Roger's ready. Roger's ready. Let's bring Roger on stage. Roger Randall, what's going on, brother?
How we doing, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Right, we're doing great. How are you excited about tonight?
I'm excited. The big fun thing about store picks is a lot of the brands are representative of store picks that you see as shelfers every day. Knob Creek, Four Roses, all those. And the once or twice a year that your store gets a chance to get one of those picks, you got to go in and grab it because they are bangers. Most of the time, the single barrels have got a little extra love, a little extra age on them, and those type of things. Makes them a lot more fun.
I got to tell you, I love chasing the tater bottles, but I'm probably tatered out. If you look at the shelf behind me, I'm got taters for days. But finding a good store pick, it's hard to beat. I've got a George Remus on that shelf behind me that actually I bought that one, but Father Fortenberry found it for us at Buster's in Memphis. If you're in the Memphis area and looking for a $50 bottle at George Remus from Buster's is hard to beat. So Roger, I'm gonna give you the stage and you can talk about your store pick here.
Well, I went one that I know I've got just about all the recipes for Four Roses. They have the regular shelfer item, which is a single barrel, but these are single barrels that are by the various recipes that they have. They have 12 different recipes or 10 different recipes, and they put out a single barrel for each one of the recipes. This happens to be the OESO, which is one of my favorites. And again, there's a lot of information on the label. It was aged 9 years, 8 months. It gives you all this, gives you the mash bill. The key, if I think anybody knows with Four Roses, is rye is the component on there that they kind of play with, depending on the various levels of rye. This one's happens to be a 20% rye on a single barrel, and it tastes it, and it's got a very that rye nose, that little black pepper every time you go to grab it at the beginning when you go to sniff it. But what makes it fun is each one of these is just a little bit different, and the expression you get off of it for your palate is going to be different than what I get, and on down the line.
Roger, can you hear me? We're backstage, but okay, good. All right, I wasn't sure if
I can hear you.
So tell the people at home why you think that they might enjoy being a legend or joining us on this Wednesday night chat.
Well, I think it's getting the experience of having other people that share the fascination that you do and we all do with bourbon, but also getting that ability. You don't want to sit at home on a Tuesday night by yourself just drinking. You'd rather sit there and discuss it with other people, and that's where the Bourbon Legends kind of comes in. We offer a lot of different ways for you to kind of meet up and talk and chat online. Wednesdays with our theme nights, other nights of the week, just about any night of the week. If you're a member of it, you can ping the group and say, hey, anybody want to jump onto the bar and have a sip and just sit and chat? A lot of times, I think people sit through the whole evening and don't even drink. It's just more for the camaraderie.
Or they don't even get to say a word hardly.
Yeah, it's the camaraderie. Yeah. And what we're going to have is the ability as we progress to have a large group formats, and then there'll be other smaller stages. So if you want to have a separate conversation, you can pop onto one of the other live things, and a group of 4 or 5 people be over there and everybody else be on the main screen. So there's a lot of different things we're looking at and kind of playing with, I think, as we go along. And if you want to know something about bourbon, I'm pretty sure you asked a question in this group and you're going to get the answer. I have no trouble saying that.
one of the most exciting parts to me is we're fairly local to each other, but we have bottle shares very frequently, and we don't mind exchanging samples or
We help each other.
finding bottles for others too. It's all of those things.
Yeah, just letting everybody know where things are, what's hit the market, what's out now. It's like, I think beyond the tater bottles, it's the day-to-day shelfers that are coming out that people want to know where they're at, like the new Wild Turkey 8 here. We all were looking for that, and I think we found it at different times in different places. But with the group, everybody always puts out notes and says, hey, it's available here, it's available there.
Yep.
And I think it's going to go for a lot of the stuff. And it makes it so that you don't have to run around at every store. You can jump on, say, hey, anybody seen this bottle?
Yeah, that's a
guarantee you somebody's seen it and let you know where it's at.
Yep, great community. All right, Roger, anything else you want to say? I'm going to move you backstage and bring on another legend.
No, I'm good. Thank you very much, and cheers,
now,
everybody.
Don't leave. I'm going to bring us all
I'm not
together
going
here in
anywhere.
just a minute.
Cheers, Roger.
Next up, a famous legend himself, the nun, the man, the myth, the legend, Chill Will Rocco. If you are in Bourbon,
what's up, guys?
See this man.
What's going on?
You've had to see this
How's it
man
going?
somewhere on
Good.
some channel in the chat.
At
And
least
we're
once.
lucky enough to be fairly close to him. He is an original legend. Will, tell us what you picked tonight, why you picked it, and then give us a little tasting notes about it.
Well, I've got an Obtainium. This is let me get it in front of my camera here. But yeah, it's an Obtainium store pick from Crossroads. It's got a nice cask of Q tater sticker on there. This is a kind of a wheater. It's 70% corn, 16 wheat, 14 malted barley, and it's 122.4 proof. So I like wheaters. Always have. One of the first bourbons I ever picked up was Maker's Mark, and have just kind of loved it ever since. So, this hits that flavor profile that I like, that sweetness on the finish that you get with wheaters, and the proof, the 122 proof. I mean, that's what's not to love about that, right?
Gotta love those higher proof stuff. I have one of those two wheel that's 160 from Crossroads. So yours is probably actually a little better than mine. 160 is okay, but I prefer that 120.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great place to be. So I mean, it's just got kind of the classic wheater type nose to it,
Got that little wheater funk, I call it. I call it a little wheater
a little bit
funk.
of funk to it. Yeah, I mean, it's not real strong though. Nothing really off-putting. And then it has that little wheater funk in the middle, but then it gets nice and sweet, and that proof just carries down, gives you a nice little hug. I mean, this is 120, but it's not an overpowering 120. I've had some 120s that just blow you away, and this is not one of those. So definitely something that I enjoy quite a bit. Now, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I know absolutely nothing about anything. So what I know is what I like, right?
If you like it or not. There you go.
If I like it or not. So
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
that's one of the great things to me about this. There's so many different things to try, and I've got stuff sitting around all over the place.
And such a
and
sharing community, a community that
yeah.
loves to share. Oh my gosh, we all get each other bottles all over the place, and if you can't find it, I mean, though I see those Crittenden's over your shoulder, man, I enjoy some
there's a few
Crittenden.
up
Most
there.
of those are store
That's
picks.
good stuff.
Most of those,
Yeah.
I think, are store picks.
I know there's one up there that is. These are just the special releases, but are those store picks or no?
They probably are.
I bet a few of them
I
are.
bet a few of them are. I'd guarantee
Yeah,
a
they
few
may
of them.
be. Well, maybe I should have picked those then, because I really enjoyed those quite a bit too.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you made me think of something looking over your shoulder. Well, Will, I'm gonna move you backstage. Don't jump off. I'm gonna put us all back
Yeah, you
together,
bet.
and I'm gonna bring in another. Let me do this. So, man, those guys have really brought on some nice bottles, Marty. They got
Heavy
some good,
hitters.
some heavy hitters. I'm telling you. But the heaviest hitter of them all, they don't call him Santa for nothing. It is the Bourbon Santa, Craig, Bourbon Santa legend. Craig, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can,
We
and I'm gonna
can.
put you solo. You are on stage all by your own. Look at that beautiful Weller shirt. That
Oh
means he's
my
gonna share a
goodness.
tater
Look at
bottle,
that.
Marty.
Look at that belly that goes with it. My God, it looks like my head's tiny. Man, it's got to be like a
We're gonna
Monday,
teach
right?
you. We're gonna have to teach you about camera etiquette, yeah, or how
You
to make it
know,
work.
I guess I'm just a newbie here, so
Yeah, I get
I
accused of
will
making
try.
myself look skinny, and I am guilty of that. I must admit, I am guilty. I take credit for
You
that.
got some tips.
I got some tip.
I
Yeah,
should
I'll
have
make your
never.
belly this
I
big.
should have never got on here with my new iPad because I can't hear with my earbuds in. It's just been. It's been a Monday, even though it's a Wednesday. But
Now,
hey,
see, I would have owned the Santa belly and been like, "I'm getting ready for Christmas." Is what I'm doing. I'm prepping here at May. But Craig, you
it's
are
coming.
a founder. You're one of the founders. It was one of your main ideas to start this Bourbon
Yeah.
Legends journey that we're all on.
Yeah, I came up with the logo, and somewhere amongst our chats and drinking online, we came up with Bourbon Legends, and it kind of started out as a fun little quote unquote joke that's kind of turned into something a lot more serious now. So, we're trying to take it to the next level.
We are, and we would love for all of you to join us. It's going to take all of us to get there. We have big view plans where we could end up, but Craig, why don't you tell us what the bottle you chose tonight and why you chose that bottle, and tell us about it.
Well, I chose a bottle that's pretty much readily available. It's the old blue label there.
Oh, I love
Old
that.
Forester, this one's coming in at 129.5 proof.
I didn't bring mine down.
You know, and I know in the Memphis area, this is upwards of $100. Here in Arkansas, I believe I got that one for about 85, maybe. So I grabbed about 6 or 7 of them.
In true Santa fashion, you either
Yeah.
get a lump of coal or a bottle of Old Forester Blue. I'll take the Old Forester
That's
Blue.
right. That's right. And what I like about this, it's just got that classic Old Forester. If you like bananas, you get a little bit of banana on it.
Banana
Of course,
Forester.
a lot of caramel, a lot of oak, brown sugar. Even, you get cherry compote, like a dark red fruit. Like I said, lots of caramel, toffee, even a little cocoa on it. I guess it just really depends on what kind of mood you're in, maybe what you ate before you start drinking. Usually I don't start right out with 129.5.
Really, we consider that low proof on the patio, but there you go. That's it.
Well, I've watched a few of your videos. I know where you're coming from.
we drink them fast and hard. That's what I'm talking about. Craig, if you had any advice for the people out here, why would you tell them to become a bourbon legend?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Roger, he did a really good job explaining it. I
Didn't
don't know
he?
if I can add much to that. I think it's, the sense of community. Everybody wants to be a part of something. We're, maybe late to the game in the bourbon world, but maybe we're coming in at the right time, with the prices dropping and things like Spillway, when they do their big drop, we had a big contingent there. Several of us have went to Bardstown. There may be some plans for the future of doing more things like that. The ultimate goal, of course, is doing our own picks. We have to get some more members in. So, if you're watching this and you want to be a legend, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. The more people, like old Hillary Clinton said, whether you love her or you hate her, it takes a village. So, join in and if you need to talk to people, on a Monday night or a Wednesday night when we do our theme nights or Saturday afternoon, usually you can get somebody in and have a good time, have a drink. And it's not always about bourbon. It can be just about life in general,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
People
really
don't
the
have to drink alone.
camaraderie.
They don't have to drink alone.
No.
I'm gonna bring one more legend up. He happens to be in studio with us tonight. Craig, I'm gonna send you backstage for a moment, but don't run off. We're gonna bring you back. We got Brother Fortenberry.
Hey, how's it going?
He's probably one of the newest legends.
Yes.
Craig, is he one of the newest legends? I believe he may be.
I'm a baby legend.
He's a baby legend. But what store pick you got there? And I was with you when you got that.
Yes. I'm kind of cheating here because I don't know if this really considered
It's a store pick. It's the Old Dominic
I bought
store.
this from Old Dominic, straight from the source. It's the Blue Label Hewing Station.
The blend of
whiskeys. And it's really interesting, and I've kind of fallen in love with this, but I like wheat, and this is a big time wheater. It's really sweet on the front end, kind of like almost a maple or a brown sugar taste on the front end, and it kind of ends in that wheat. I really enjoy it. I do. This is I enjoy being a legend. I've been through some difficult times, and these guys are there nightly for me, and we all sit around and talk and drink, and I learn a lot.
Drinking alone makes you feel guilty. Drinking with
does.
other legends, not so much. Well,
Right.
Wes, thank you.
Mhm.
Welcome. I'm going to bring the other guys back on stage here. All of them as we prepare. And actually, Wes, I'm going to take you off stage because that's the only way I can. Uh-oh. So we got some feedback going on. And Marty, did I let you talk? I talked so much, I forget that I let you talk.
Yeah, you let me go.
Wait a minute. I just right here.
See, it
I done broke
is
Gary's
a
mic.
Monday. It is a Monday on
Hey.
Wednesday.
It's been the longest
It's
2-day
still
week
feel
of my
like-
life. But look, I got another store pick here that I'm going to end the night with because we're not long here. The Mississippi Sipper Spillway Detling Brown Top. Man. Marty, you want to look at that one?
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm gonna have to go home here in a little while.
Well,
I can walk home.
if you're a Bourbon person, especially East West Coast, you probably don't see the Detling as much as we do. We're lucky that way.
We don't see it either, Roger. We don't see it either. We got to travel to get it, but still, we can get
But
it.
we're traveling to Mississippi as opposed to traveling from California to Mississippi,
Yep.
And we go
Well,
quite
same
often.
thing on the Crittendens. We have to travel to get the Crittendens too, but it's definitely worth the trip.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Forget I said anything about Crittendens. Y'all just don't think about it at all. It's not any good.
Don't know anything about either one of those, Detling or Crittenden.
Yeah.
No,
we're
they're
gonna,
terrible.
we're gonna hoard
Terrible.
those for ourselves.
Yeah. That
And
way
these
nobody
one
else
two
has
pallets
to-
was sent to us today.
I will say this.
T,
Go
I
ahead,
have a
Craig.
question for you. I had this
Yep.
all set up, but then I forgot I was going to be on StreamYard. Is there a
Oh.
way that you guys can post the link in YouTube to the Discord channel tonight?
It's in the description to the video.
Okay. So
It is in the description of the video, and yes, I probably can't right now, but it is possible for me.
one
to
of the
do
things,
that.
I can't see who's on here or anything else, but guys, when this stream is over, we're all going to hop on to our Discord channel, and it's set up tonight where everybody can get in to the Legends Wednesdays chat. And we're just going to continue this party on for about another hour or so after this is over, chatting amongst ourselves with tastings, what everybody's having. And then after that, we're probably going to go to another channel where we can let our hair down and say 4-letter dirty words and things like that. So everybody's welcome to join in.
If you get over on the Discord and don't see this Legends chat, go to the bar and just get in, and we will pull you over. We'll pull you over. We can get you in there. At least I think we can. I believe we can. I'm not quite a Discord master.
If they can get in anywhere in the speakeasy, we can pull them over.
Can you put the link to the Discord on here?
It's in the
Oh,
description.
okay, it's in the description.
All right, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do that real quick. Like, Jamie starts laughing at me.
Yeah,
Well,
he
I
always
can see
says-
number one from my first time
I'm-
doing this. I need to turn my camera sideways, so I'm not
Yes.
the only one that has black, like a black wall that feels like it's pushing
Actually, I
in
have to
on
do
me.
it from my phone.
And you don't want the wide angle view. You want the narrow angle view.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to do that. See, I'm more
It's under
worried
the
about
settings. As
I'm
we
more
go
worried
through
about
this, we'll
setting, up trips and tastings and whatnot, and answering the phone from Daniel Beasley at 7:01 when the phone is ringing. Things like that.
yeah.
And
All right,
so, honestly, what T and Marty started off talking about, and what you started off around, Roger, I have no clue what you said. I was trying to get my earbuds to work. I was trying to answer the phone. So I hope I didn't, repeat too much of what y'all already had said.
No,
No,
actually,
you
no.
did good.
it was fun.
Not at all.
I think the idea is just to get it to everybody that feels safe and feel comfortable with jumping on. If you want to just listen, you want to talk, you want to add information, we can always do that. It's a very diverse group. You can always pick up a lot of knowledge. I can tell you that. And not just on bourbon. I can tell you that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be a Santa
Well,
at Christmas? Craig will tell you why not to do it.
and it's like Roger was saying, you have a group of people who are united by a common theme, right? So we all like bourbon, and we all can start talking about that. But then, if you had a bad day and you need somebody to talk to, you got a group there that'll listen to what you got to say. I've been through quite a bit in the last year, and getting on these YouTube videos and chatting with people in the comments and hopping on after hours shows, and now the Bourbon Legends Discord. I've got somebody to talk to, and just get out what's bothering me. And it's been a great experience for me. It's been a definite benefit to my life, and made some great friendships along the way. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Cheers to that.
And
Yes, sir.
and another good thing is that once you get to know a lot of these legends, there's one in particular. His name is Mike Brock. Surely most of you guys know Mike. So if things are going bad, you can always count on Mike to have things be worse.
Don't get into the grass.
And you might even get to
stay off Mike's lawn.
you might
Yeah,
even
do not
try
get
his
anywhere
food.
near it. Even the president knows that.
All right, guys, it's getting close to that witching hour. Little parting words. I don't have background music just yet, but Chill Will Rocco, we got any parting words for everybody?
Yeah, just enjoy life, enjoy bourbon, and enjoy your friends.
Roger Randall.
If you have it, put it in your glass, toast to your friends, toast to your enemies, and say, have a good evening.
The Bourbon Santa Legend.
I don't have any great parting words because I'm not ending. The party's just starting. So hop on over to the Discord and let's get this party going.
Let's get it started in here. Marty, Bourbon Nerd.
I just want to thank everybody for watching, and I like hanging out with everybody, and invite your friends and hit that like button.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button. Join us on Discord. It's in the description. Well, of course, this is our first one. We're going to do these probably every Wednesday leading in, see what we can get going on. But thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button. Tell your friends about us. Share it. Become a bourbon legend today. Do you want to live your life like a normal person, or do you want to be legendary? How about y'all? But I prefer to be legendary. Like, we are out of here.
Cheers.
Cheers.